dad's fiance. So I didn't really have time to prepare and memorize one, so I had a lot of thoughts with talking to the children and working with theirs, so it's all right if I just read. So I want to begin by saying what an honor it is to stand here today to remember and celebrate the life of Papa Lloyd. Though I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with him recently in New York, I traveled to Canada and in Europe, and a short time in Manila during my first visit to the Philippines. I didn't have the blessing of knowing him deeply in person. However, I've come to know him through the countless stories shared by his family, stories that reveal the kind of man he was, a man of faith, courage, and unwavering devotion to those he loved. From everything I've heard, Papa Lloyd lived his life with quiet strength and deep integrity. As a police officer, he served his community with honor, protecting others and standing for what was right, even when it wasn't easy. His commitment to justice and compassion for others reflected not only his profession, but his character as a follower of Christ. He had a passion for food, and cooking for others was his love language. I was lucky to have the opportunity to try many of his dishes and can testify to him being a superb chef. He was also a devoted husband and a loving father, the kind of father whose guidance, example, and steady presence shaped his family in lasting ways. His faith was something not only did he speak about, but something he lived each day through kindness, hard work, and service to others. One of the greatest testaments to Papa Lloyd's life is his only daughter, Antoinette. In her, you can see so clearly the reflection of her father. His compassion, his sense of right and wrong, his strength, his heart for others, and his love of feeding his friends and family. Most of all, his commitment to his daughter. The values he lived by continue on in her and in everyone he loved. I'm often reminded of his dedication to being a loving and supportive father as well as a provider. Antoinette always speaks of her childhood memories when Papa Lloyd went above and beyond as a father, even taking loans and going into debt to provide for her. She has so much respect and gratitude for Papa, and often reminisces of her bicycle and her television that he managed to provide for her even when he couldn't afford it. She also testifies to him always being her biggest supporter in life and credits him for believing in herself and having the courage to pursue her dreams. His grandchildren are also a wonderful example of the impact he has had in people's lives. Each of them are now young adults with strong moral fiber and huge hearts. I've heard countless stories and memories from each of them while assisting them in writing their own testament to Papa Lloyd's dedication. Many of the memories I've often heard before, such as Alexandra's always asking for his papa to cook his scrambled eggs. Some are new, such as the kids crawling into bed to watch Tom and Jerry together, and Papa cheekily telling him that Tom was the good guy. It's through all of these memories in which Papa Lloyd will live on forever in this physical realm, in the hearts and minds of those whom he loved and who loved him in return. Though he's gone home to the Lord, his spirit remains very much alive in the love he gave, the lessons he taught, and the faith he passed on. We take comfort in knowing that he now rests in the eternal peace of God's presence, where there's no more pain, only light and joy. May we honor him by living as he did, with faith, integrity, and love for one another. And may we trust, as our Catholic faith reminds us, that this goodbye is not forever, but only until we meet again in God's kingdom. Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon him. May he rest in peace.